Nestled in the rugged heart of southern Oregon lies one of the most breathtaking wonders in all of America, Crater Lake, with its impossibly deep blue water, dramatic caldera walls, and untouched wilderness. This is not just a lake, it's a living legend of natural beauty and volcanic history. Captured in glorious HD drone views, we take you on a journey above and around the deepest lake in the United States. Crater Lake sits high in the Cascade Mountains at over 6,000 feet above sea level. It's not fed by rivers or streams, only by rain and snow. That's what keeps the water so clear, so pure, and so vividly blue. At the center of this lake is Wizard Island, a volcanic cinder cone that rises above the water like a crown jewel. From the sky, its forested slopes and cratered peak seem like a world of their own. In winter, snow blankets the caldera rim, sometimes piling up more than 40 feet deep. It's one of the snowiest places in the United States, and that snow is part of what keeps the lake so full, year after year. Surrounding the lake is Rim Drive, a 33-mile scenic road that loops around the entire caldera. It offers dozens of breathtaking overlooks, each one giving you a different angle of this natural masterpiece. Rim Village is the most accessible point for visitors. From here, you can gaze down nearly 2,000 feet into the deep blue water. It's an experience that leaves people speechless every single time. Crater Lake is the deepest lake in the United States, plunging to a depth of 1,943 feet. That makes it the 9th deepest in the world, but its clarity is among the very best on Earth. The lake's remarkable color comes from its depth and purity. There are few suspended particles, so sunlight penetrates deep into the water and reflects back that iconic sapphire blue. But Crater Lake is more than a pretty view. It's a place shaped by powerful forces. Around 7,700 years ago, a violent eruption of Mount Masama collapsed the mountain into itself, creating the massive caldera we see today. The eruption was so immense that it released 12 cubic miles of magma into the sky. Ash fell as far away as Canada, and when the magma chamber emptied, the mountain couldn't support its own weight. It caved in. Today, the steep cliffs of the caldera rise sharply from the water, offering dramatic elevation changes and exposing the raw geology of ancient lava flows and pyroclastic layers. There's a stillness at Crater Lake that you can feel. The wind whispers through tall pines, and early morning mist dances above the mirror-like surface. It's a place that quiets the mind and stirs the soul. For hikers, Crater Lake is a dream. More than 90 miles of trails weave through old-growth forests and alpine ridges. One of the most rewarding is the Garfield Peak Trail, an ascent that ends in panoramic perfection. From Garfield Peak, you see the full expanse of Crater Lake's waters, Wizard Island, and the distant peaks of the Cascades. It's a reminder that the most beautiful places are often the most remote. In late summer, wildflowers bloom in bursts of color, lupine, paintbrush, and heather clinging to the rocky soil, fed by the short but intense mountain growing season. And then there's the wildlife: bald eagles, peregrine falcons, Clark's nutcrackers. They all call this rim home. Some glide over the lake, others hide in the trees, all thriving in this protected ecosystem. At night, Crater Lake becomes a portal to the stars. With little light pollution, the night sky explodes with constellations, and the Milky Way reflects gently in the lake below. It's a cosmic mirror, untouched and unspoiled. Floating near the southern shore is the Phantom Ship, a jagged rock formation that rises like the ghostly mast of a long-lost vessel. At over 170 feet tall, it's made of some of the oldest exposed lava in the entire lake basin. Boat tours to Wizard Island and Phantom Ship run during the summer months. These tours allow visitors to get close to these volcanic remnants and hear firsthand about the lake's formation and legends. Long before it was a national park, the Klamath people revered this place. Their oral traditions tell of a great battle between the spirit of the sky and the spirit of the underworld, which ended in the mountain's collapse and the lake's creation. To the Klamath, Crater Lake was sacred, a symbol of renewal, of balance between destruction and beauty. That spiritual presence still lingers in the stillness of its waters and the silence of its towering cliffs. If you're planning a visit, Crater Lake Lodge offers a historic stay right on the rim. Built in 1915, it has been carefully restored to give guests comfort without disturbing the surrounding landscape. From the lodge patio, you can sip morning coffee while watching clouds drift lazily across the caldera, a perfect blend of wilderness and serenity. For a more rustic experience, Masama Village offers campgrounds tucked into the forest, where nights are quiet and stars feel close enough to touch. One of the park's hidden gems is the Annie Creek Canyon Trail. This lesser-known hike takes you deep into a mossy ravine carved by snowmelt, lush, shaded, and alive with the sound of trickling water. Power transforms Crater Lake into a canvas of color. The cliffs blush with amber light, the water deepens to ink blue, and long shadows stretch across the caldera like nature painting its own masterpiece. As the day ends, most visitors leave, but those who stay for sunset witness something unforgettable, a light show as nature intended, undisturbed by city noise or artificial glare. Up on Watchman Peak, you'll find a historic fire lookout. The short hike to its summit rewards you with commanding views of the lake, especially during sunset when the world below feels timeless. The lake's surface at twilight is like glass, flawless and still. Drone views reveal an almost surreal silence, as if time itself has paused to admire the beauty. Even in winter, Crater Lake doesn't sleep. Snowshoers and cross-country skiers come to traverse the rim, their paths winding between snow-laden trees and frozen drifts, exploring a wonderland of white. There's magic in a Crater Lake snowfall. Each flake adds to the depth of the season, blanketing the caldera in silence and mystery, like a secret waiting patiently to be discovered. Beneath all this beauty lies a sleeping giant. The volcano may be dormant, but geothermal activity still bubbles below. Scientists monitor the lake closely for changes, reminders that nature is always in motion. Crater Lake isn't just a destination, it's a living laboratory for geologists, hydrologists, and ecologists who study everything from volcanic activity to the pristine water chemistry. Today, the lake supports both catch and release and keep fishing, offering visitors a rare chance to fish in one of the world's purest bodies of water. But perhaps the lake's greatest gift is the memories it leaves behind, for children skipping stones, for hikers catching their breath, for travelers seeing blue this deep for the first time. It's unforgettable. Crater Lake reminds us that Earth is an artist. With fire and ice, ash and time, it carved a masterpiece that continues to awe, inspire, and renew.